What's up, broskies and my 9% broettes? Let me move my pop filter in the way here. I've got another commentary for you this afternoon. This is because I haven't been able to render another episode of Red Dead yet, which is unfortunate. But what you're gonna do? The re-render, the render into a format that my editing program can use, was corrupted, and I lost quite a few frames, and that means that it looked very terrible, especially in the third episode of the set. The other two were pretty okay, so I posted them and you've seen them. But the third episode is especially bad, so I've decided to do a Football Manager part on Wednesday and a commentary today. I've been planning this commentary for a while, so I thought it would be a decent idea to do it today. This is a commentary that, one, can clarify something that I started clarifying in the summer, and two, I've seen the new planned YouTube channel layout, and although I don't like it, I really hate the new YouTube channel layout. It requires an intro video, and I thought if it's a forced channel update, then I'm gonna need an intro video, and this should serve pretty nicely. Alright, so I started clarifying this in the summer, but I'd like to go all out now and clarify completely what this channel is about. What is Matsudiro, which is the commentary title tonight. So I'd like to start off by listing my goal for this channel, my overarching goal, and that is to showcase my favorite games of my gaming history. There's this goal, how it's worded has gone through many iterations, and the reason for that is because I've really wanted to focus it down and really specify it, because I started with my favorite, I started with showcase good games of the last two generations. Actually, I started with showcase good games of the last generation, and then obviously I did Pokemon Colosseum, and there's a lot of GameCube games, there's a lot of PS2 games, there's a lot of games like that I'd really like, on Xbox games even, like, and PS2 games, when I'm thinking about the games that I liked on the original Xbox, that I really enjoyed. I don't really, except for a couple of PS1 games, have much history in the 5th generation or any earlier than that, but and I wouldn't be able to record them anyway, so I thought I'd just narrow it down to the 6th and the 7th generation of consoles and video games. Alright, and also I wanted to clarify, and even when I narrowed that down, it wasn't good enough, because I haven't got a really wide variety of games played. I have quite a, I'd like to say I have quite a wide variety of games played, but I don't have that wide of a variety. I haven't played all of the good games, especially over the past few years, because there's been a lot of games that have been universally touted as fantastic games that I have not got around to over the past few years. But yeah, and I'd like to say that I don't have that extensive history, so I'd like to showcase, and it's more of a journal now, because it's my favorite games of my gaming history, so it's my favorite games that I've played. And at that point, it wasn't even my favorite games, it was still good games. And then I thought to myself, what actually is a good game? I mean, there's so much subjectivity to it, and, for those of you who watch my channel for a while, I have a partiality to RPGs and first-person shooters, especially. Games like survival games are okay to me, but I would never play a horror game because I have no interest in a horror game. I would have no interest in a third-person shooter. I have no interest in I have no interest in life simulations. I have no interest in most sports simulations. I have no interest in games like that. There's a lot of genres that I just have no interest in. I'm willing to give them a try, but what I'm looking for in a game is a story, and what I'm looking for usually is something that feels good. And what ends up happening is I usually play some of the higher quality first-person shooters or an RPG, which has a good story to it, and that's what I'm looking for in a game. And I think the most important thing in a game for me now is a story. I've got to be able to care, especially when I'm showcasing it on YouTube. Yeah, I say that I don't like third-person shooters. One of my current RPG that I'm playing is a third-person. The current Let's Play that I'm playing is a first-person shooter, and yeah, it's a bit ironic, I feel. Aside from that, though, it's been narrowed down now to my favorite games, and I thought it might interest people, and it interests me. So, side goals. I got 3 side goals listed here. God, this commentary is going. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through it in the 11 minutes of gameplay I have planned. Luckily, I have some more recorded, but it's going to take a little while to render. Not render, to process. I don't mind rendering, I just mind putting in the editing program, and it tells me, ooh, we can't actually edit this for a while because we've got to show you the bloody preview. It's got to be in HD even though it looks crap. Whatever. Let's move on. My side goals are to develop my editing skills, which it has been developed. They're still not good, but I have developed my editing skills. For those of you who haven't been watching Red Dead Redemption, I've been very intensively audio editing and quite intensively video editing, cutting boring shit out. And just cutting things out, more than I used to, and also the way I cut it out, if you've seen it, has a bit of a charm to it. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to explain it, just go watch it, it's pretty cool. I developed my public speaking, which I feel I have very much done over the past couple of years. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be able to speak. What I have done on YouTube is I've developed my ability to read off of notes and expand them. Because the way I used to public speak is I used to speak from my heart, and I still usually do that, and I do it on YouTube a lot. But now I'm able to write short notes, and I'm able to read them in longhand, which I wasn't able to do before. I hated using notes for speeches, I hated using notes for anything, and I know it's not exactly a good thing to have, but it's certainly something good to have in terms of working with other people when speaking, because that's something that is very important, to be able to be given a set of notes by someone and then be able to do a speech from that. I feel like that's something I didn't have, and now that's something I do have. So that's the biggest development in my public speaking. And the final one is to develop my ideas. I think being able to have a log of how I felt about something used in the past is very important when I look back at my ideas and develop my future ideas. Also, public feedback is also very important about ideas. Developing ideas through public feedback is very important, and I feel like that's something I've also developed during my YouTube career, is the ability to read feedback in the comments and use that to change my ideas. Maybe not entirely, I don't listen to everybody's opinion and instantly take it into account, but I am able to take feedback that I agree with and feedback that is well backed up, and take that into my own ideas now. And that's something I've developed. Also, being able to articulate my ideas develops them, because when I articulate my ideas, I start to realize the gaps in the ideology there, and I'm able to fill those in, or I'm able to reevaluate what I think about, and reevaluate what I'm saying, so that I can fully articulate it. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like I develop my ideas through this YouTube thing. So what's my main content going to be forever? Okay, it's not forever. Forever is a long time, as many wise people have said. But what's my main content going to be for the foreseeable future? Like, I'm saying 2 years at least. Let's Plays. It's going to be Let's Plays. It has been Let's Plays for 2 of my 3 years on YouTube. I enjoy doing Let's Plays. It's what lets me showcase my favorite games properly. That's what happens. I feel like I extensively showcase my favorite games through Let's Plays, and yes, coverage of the latest Call of Duty game and coverage of little things on Fallout New Vegas have been okay, but I'm not going to be able to do that much anymore because my interest in new games is fading quite rapidly, and 2, I don't feel like I extensively showcase storyline. I don't feel like I extensively showcase the gameplay. It's not an honest impression, it's the best bits, and I feel like Let's Plays are the best way to showcase favorite games, and if I do it properly, which I'm very scared that I'm not going to do, then I can definitely showcase why I like these games. I don't have an exact order for my future Let's Plays, but I do have a couple of ones planned, so I'm going to list those off in a bit. But I don't have an order, so when I list them off, it is in no particular order, and none of them, or some of them, may ever get done. Eventual goal is to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas in an extensive manner that I am happy with. I don't want to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas fully until I have produced a prototype, a pilot, everything, and I am happy with the format that is going forward. And I want it to be evident to anybody who watches it that is my best Let's Play ever. That's really a bad sentence there. Best Let's Play ever. I want to showcase. I want to make sure it's evident to anyone watching it that it's the highest quality and the the most well produced Let's Play I have ever done. So to do that, I want it to be after I have developed Let's Playing skills, and I want to have enough in my arsenal to feel, you know what, this Let's Play was really good. Let's do a New Vegas Let's Play and make it better. That's what I want New Vegas to be. Because if you don't know, Fallout New Vegas is my favorite game of all time. Yep, that's about what I've written on that. Here are my planned Let's Plays, in no particular order, and some or none of these may ever get done. Tales of Vesperia, Deus Ex Human Revolution, which has a pilot up on PSUK if you want to see that. I'm still developing that. It's probably one of the most likely ones to be my next one, because I have it in the works and I have plans for that, and a couple of parts rented already. Fallout 3 reboot, I'm not happy with the way I did Fallout 3, and there's a few concepts I'd like to try out for New Vegas, so I'd like to try that out if I get the chance. And that's the end of my footage. I'm going to have to do some more footage for this. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, I feel like Pokemon is a very interesting series to do a Let's Play on, and I can develop certain techniques in that I couldn't develop elsewhere. I have done Colosseum before, and I felt like it was one of my better Let's Plays for voice acting. I definitely experimented, it was definitely funny. It wasn't the best voice acting in the world, but it was something that I experimented with and tried something that was a little out of my comfort zone, and I feel like XD could help me do that again. Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon is one of the best RPGs, gameplay-wise, on the Xbox 360. And it's Xbox 360 exclusive. Sorry about that, that was disgusting, I cut that out. Blue Dragon is one of my favourite games on the Xbox 360. It is a fantastically done battle system, fantastically done item system, with some reasonably good characters, actually. They're not the best characters on RPGs these days. There's better, like Tales of Vesperia is a better character developing RPG, but the story's good. The story's very simple, the story's very heartwarming, the story's very human. What isn't very good is the character development, I have to admit. But the story is very human, it's very nice, it's very simple, it's a folklore kind of story. Yeah, that's it. It's very nice. The gameplay's awesome, the story's awesome, the character development's doing thing missing, and it is one of my top 10 7th generation games. And finally, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas, that I've explained before. Now I'd like to talk about my side content, because there's one thing, going back to developing my ideas, that I'd like to talk about. There's two types of side content I want to do. Side videos about these are both commentaries, post commentaries over gameplay. My philosophical ideas, my ideas about life, my views on things that happen in my life, things that are happening in general life, things that happen in politics, foreign policy, things like that are happening today. And I don't feel like about that recently, like corporate ethics video. I did one discussing the concept of swear words. I did a PSUK video about the concept of haters. I did, a long time ago, I did a video about ageism that I might do again, because it was one of my older ideas. It wasn't something that I had fully developed yet, and it also wasn't very well produced. I was very squeaky at the time. Looking at my ideas on life, it acts as a bit of a video diary, an interesting account of my ideology in life at an early age, because I am very young. I am 13 when I started the channel, 15 now. Definitely probably going to still be doing this when I'm 17. I don't know about past that. This is early ideas that are not going to stick with me through life, and I'm starting to develop them. My ideas on life are starting to develop. And I think it's very important that I do get feedback on my ideas, and I think it's very important that I can look back at my ideas, that I can see what I was like at an early age, and maybe in the future when I'm going through something where my ideas on life are drastically changing, and I don't want to lose myself, this is going to act as a savior to that. It's going to act as something where I can look back and say, you know what, this is what I think. Do I still agree with it? And if I do, I can find myself again. It's things like that. And I think it's also, some people might find it interesting. Some people might find it enlightening. I don't feel like I am an enlightening person. I don't feel like I can say something that enlightens someone, but I think some people can take other people's opinions, and that affects them in different ways. Yeah. That's what I think, and I'm hoping that you do find it interesting. But when it comes to my philosophical commentaries, or just my general modern view commentaries, it's just for me, maybe. Really, if you take entertainment out of that, I appreciate it. If you can give me feedback on that kind of stuff, it's very important to me. but it's not something where if you guys tell me, oh, we want more of this and less of that, I'm not going to listen to that because it's not for you. That content is for me. I don't take feedback on the format, I take feedback on the ideas. Because I'm going to do it as a video diary, and that video diary is mine. And I apologize if that makes you unhappy in any way, shape or form. And the second type of side content I'll be doing is gaming ideas. That's commentaries over gameplay about gaming, obviously. To mix with a collection of my favourite games, a view on issues or ideas of modern gaming should provide further context to how valuable my gaming opinion is. I feel like this is an important point. I'm going to be doing videos very rarely about what's going on in modern gaming. What makes a good game to me? What makes a good game of this genre to me? What makes a game enjoyable to me? Or what makes a game an artistic piece versus a game, just a simple game to me? And entertainment versus valuable content is also something I want to talk about a lot. About different gaming mechanics, different gaming issues like new consoles, upcoming releases, what I would do in a zombie apocalypse, which is kind of gaming related, things like that. And I think it serves as one, entertaining content to some of you, two, another view of my opinions, because if I'm still gaming at a later age, I think it's good to look back at that, and two, I do think it's a very good thing to provide context about my gaming opinion. Because although I don't feel like my Let's Plays or reviews, I think they are, they are looks back at a different time. A lot of them are. So I feel like if you are a person who watches my modern commentaries and says, you know what, I agree with that, you know what, that's similar to my opinion, I feel like when you look at my opinion and you agree with it or respect it, you can look back at my Let's Plays with a bit more context and say, you know what, he's covering this game, he's giving his opinion, I would agree with that opinion because I agree with I agree with his philosophy on gaming, modern gaming. So even though I haven't played this game, I think this is how I would feel about it. I think that's kind of the context I want to give to that, and that's why I do gaming ideas, and that's all I've got down. Basically, I'm willing to take suggestions on my format. I'm willing to take suggestions on games to play. But mainly this is a journal. A lot of this is journalistic to me. A lot of this is just biographical. It's something I want to put down because this is my life. I want to look back at it later. And if people find that entertaining, that's fine. I don't put everything on here. I don't want to talk about my life. One, because it's boring, and two, because it's personal. But my ideas are something that anyone can hear, and I don't feel embarrassed to talk about my ideas. So, yeah. Alright, I might take the next week off. I've got a lot going on, and I don't have much rendered, and I could get a lot of stuff done for the upcoming months if I just take the week off. So, although I might get stuff up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week, don't expect it. It's my time off school, and I just want to relax. So, if I see you next week, I see you next week. If I don't see you next week, I'll see you on Monday, the 25th, I think. Yeah, I think it's the 25th. 25th of February. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, it is good to leave a like, but honestly, I don't care. This is for you guys. This is not for my channel to grow. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys when I see you guys.